Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today, we're really tearing through some critical source material. Think of it as a concentrated business bulletin. And our mission is pretty specific. Figure out how new tech boosts efficiency and, maybe more importantly, how it helps you win this upcoming holiday 2025 season.
That's right. Because, marketers are up against some pretty cautious shoppers right now. People are pulling back a bit on spending, so every promotional dollar counts. We need actionable intelligence. We're digging into two big tech shifts today. There's a new AI tool, Pomelli, and a key update to a location feature. And then we're going to connect those directly to the big strategy piece, the holiday 2025 5-point plan.
Yeah, so if you're that listener, that learner who needs the synthesis, the shortcut to understanding how these tiny product updates actually fit into your big strategic marketing, well, this deep dive is definitely for you.
Exactly. Let's get straight to the payoff. By the end of this chat, you'll see how maybe a small business could suddenly get the output of a whole design team, like overnight, and also how businesses with multiple locations, especially restaurants and bars, can drive foot traffic right now in different cities instantly.
Okay, let's unpack that. Starting with, I think, what feels like the biggest efficiency leap. Pomelli from Google Labs. Anyone managing social media, doing ad creative, they know the universal time suck. Creating fresh, professional stuff that's actually on brand, it just kills your ability to scale, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's the ultimate bottleneck. Small teams, they just can't keep up with the volume, the quality needed, especially, with social media demanding content constantly. Pomelli is being positioned as the solution here. It's a new AI experiment designed to do that heavy lifting, the production side.
Right. But the big question always is quality.
Yeah.
You can often spot generative AI if it's just generic stuff. What seems interesting here is how Pomelli says it personalizes the output. So it actually looks, feels, sounds like your brand.
Yeah, and the mechanism they built for that is pretty cool. They call it analyzing your unique business DNA. The sources make it clear. That's the critical first step. When you fired up the beta, Pomelli looks at your website first. It's not just grabbing a logo. It apparently goes deeper. Identifies your tone of voice, specific color codes, the fonts you use, the whole image style that makes your brand yours.
I remember 5 years ago, just building a brand style guide took weeks. Meetings, stakeholders. The idea of an AI just absorbing that DNA instantly, it feels like a huge shift, especially for small business owners without those resources. But, okay, let me push back a bit. How sustainable is that really? Can an AI truly capture nuanced brand voice without needing constant human tweaking?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? The stress test. The functionality they're offering suggests they're pretty confident, at least for now. It seems focused mainly on the visual, the textural elements, things that are usually quite consistent on a website. So once it has that DNA, it gives you three main things. Generates campaign ideas tailored to you, creates the actual on-brand posts and ads, and then lets you quickly edit text and images right there for different platforms.
So the result is just massive scalability. You're basically outsourcing a big chunk of content creation to a super fast, probably super cheap design team that theoretically never goes off brand. And it's worth saying, this AI tool, it's out now as a public beta in the US, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand. So if you're in those places, this scaling power is available right now.
It tackles that scaling problem head on, lets you focus your energy on strategy, on analysis, not wrestling with Photoshop.
Okay, speaking of efficiency, let's pivot. From content creation efficiency to customer acquisition efficiency.
Yeah.
Based on location. If you're running a business with multiple locations, especially, say, hospitality, restaurants, bars, you've got that constant, really tough challenge of hyper-local marketing.
Absolutely. Think about promoting Taco Tuesday in Toledo, or maybe a late-night happy hour down in Houston. Those specials, they only matter at a specific time in a specific place. The challenge is getting that timely info out there right when a customer is making that split-second decision, where am I going to eat or drink right now?
And the answer, you're saying, comes from this expansion of the What's Happening feature on Google Business Profile. What's the real game changer here?
The game changer is that it's now rolled out for multi-location businesses. This feature, it's all about highlighting timely stuff events, specials, temporary deals right on your Google Business Profile. Before, it was mostly useful for single location spots. But the new development is it's specifically rolled out for multi-location restaurants and bars. That's a huge segment. And it's available in the US, UK, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand too.
The impact on real-time traffic must be pretty significant then. If I search bars near me at 5 p.m. Wednesday, and your profile pops up with a deal I didn't even know existed,
Yeah.
that could definitely sway my decision. It taps into that spontaneity.
Exactly. Meets the customer right at that point of decision, which in hospitality is everything. Someone's searching, deciding where to go, and boom, the profile shows these unique location-specific specials, live music maybe, or a new menu item for a limited time, a happy hour deal. And crucially, they see it without having to click away to your website.
Okay, so for those multi-location brands listening, to make this work, they really need to keep their profiles current, right? Where does this what's happening content actually get pulled from?
Right, good question. It pulls from two main places, which kind of underscores why you need tight integration. First, directly from your Google Posts, specifically posts you tag as events, offers, or deals. And second, it can pull from linked social media accounts, the ones connected to your Google profile. So say you post about a special event on Facebook or Instagram for just your London location. That timely info can now get pulled into the What's Happening section for that specific London profile.
Wow, okay. That's a pretty powerful tool for driving immediate local action.
Right.
But just as a note, the sources do remind us this specific expansion is currently just for restaurants and bars, though you'd imagine other multi-location sectors might be next.
Yeah, it feels like Google is responding to that need for more granular, real-time control, especially in those high-traffic industries.
Excellent. Okay, so we've hit the new tech, Pomelli for efficiency, what's happening for localized traffic. Let's zoom out now. The big picture, the macro strategy you need for a holiday 2025. And the challenge here is pretty stark. The source material points out that 61% of shoppers say they're being much more selective with their spending.
It's definitely the era of the cautious consumer, those spontaneous buys. They seem to be way down. It's much more about research-driven buying now. So to win their business this year, just being visible isn't enough. You absolutely have to deliver clear value. And that means the right price, yes, but also building confidence and just making it easy to buy.
So the Holiday 2025 guide lays out this systematic 5-point plan, designed specifically for this cautious mindset. We should probably walk through these, but maybe go beyond just listening. It's like, what does each one mean for that skeptical shopper?
Yeah. Good idea. Let's start with number one, engage shoppers early. And this isn't just about running holiday ads in October. The sources suggest these cautious shoppers, they start researching way earlier, budgeting, comparing. You need to be there, showing up with your products, your offers, while they're still in that passive research mode before they've even picked a retailer.
And that loops right back to Pomelli, doesn't it? If research starts earlier, you need more content earlier, higher volume, which AI helps with.
Precisely. Okay, point two, highlight your value. Price isn't the only thing for a skeptical buyer. Clarity is key. Make sure your product descriptions, your promotions are super clear, easy to find everywhere. Search, maps, and importantly, they say, emphasize the long-term benefits or guarantees, not just the temporary discount.
Right. A skeptical shopper needs that justification. If your product costs a bit more, maybe highlighting a 2-year warranty or how long it lasts,
Yeah,
right there in the search results, that gives them the reason to overcome the price hurdle.
exactly. Then action three, build trust and confidence. Skeptical shoppers, they need that external proof, validation. So really maximize your Google business profile, actively get reviews, respond to them, use rich media. Video is huge here, especially on YouTube. For product demos, social proof, things that give people confidence to choose you.
Yeah, validation is like the currency for cautious consumers.
Yeah.
If you can't show that other people trust you, they're unlikely to risk their money.
Action four, deepen customer loyalty. Acquiring new customers is always expensive. This holiday season, you really need to focus on strengthening ties with your best existing customers. The sources push for hyper-personalized experiences, special offers aimed right at those high-value segments, rather than just broad discounts that kill your margins.
Makes sense. Focus your best stuff on the people who already like you. Okay, and finally, action 5. Remove all friction. If a shopper has decided to buy from you, the absolute last thing you want is a clunky process making them second guess. This means making buying totally seamless, whether that's a super smooth, maybe one-click online checkout, or making sure in-store pickup is incredibly fast and easy.
Yeah, and friction isn't just checkout. Think about bad navigation on your site, slow chatbots, making it hard to see if something's in stock locally. This 5-point plan is really demanding you look at the entire journey and just smooth out every single bump. The whole strategy is about providing confidence and removing any reason for that cautious consumer to hesitate.
Okay, that was a solid deep dive into the strategy itself. We hit the 3 key areas: the new AI for content with Pomelli, the hyperlocal traffic boost from what's happening expanding, and that essential 5-point plan for a tough economic climate.
And, If we just connect the dots one last time, the tech tools and the strategy, they really depend on each other. Point one of the holiday plan is engage shoppers early. Well, that means creating maybe twice, three times the amount of quality content you used to. And the Pomelli AI tool. By slashing that creation time, making it scalable, it directly helps businesses, especially those small teams, actually do that critical early engagement. Makes it achievable.
Right, so you've got the playbook now and the new tools becoming available. Maybe the final thought to take away and really mull over is this. Which of those 5 holiday points, engage early, highlight value, build trust, deepen loyalty, or remove friction? Which one is maybe the weakest link in your operation right now? And how, specifically, could one of these new tools help fix that pain point, maybe even this week? A lot to think about. Go forth and strategize.